You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a killer. Wait, what? You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as a pillar, Mr. Grinch. You're an evil murderer. Killing people with a driller. Man, nothing stays innocent anymore, does it? Hello. Welcome to another episode of Bat Dan's Thoughts. So as you can see, we're going to talk about yet another children's story turned horror slasher film. This time, it's The Grinch, or, I'm sorry, The Mean One. Because, unlike Winnie the Pooh, The Grinch is not yet public domain. This is a parody. So, instead of The Grinch, he's the mean one. Referencing the song, obviously. Instead of Cindy Lou Who, it's Cindy You Know Who. Instead of Whoville, it's Newville. So, yeah, obviously we're not going to see exact names being used to avoid copyright, but to be honest, I'm excited for this still. I really am. If you saw my Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey video, this shouldn't surprise you. I was excited for that, and I'm excited for this one too. I love seeing these children's stories turn very dark. And, unlike Winnie the Pooh, this isn't that much of a stretch for the Grinch. I mean, think about it. The book. The Jim Carrey movie. The Benedict Cumberbatch animated computer movie. And let's not forget the classic animated movie. The Grinch is a very antagonistic character up until the end. In fact, he's doing the same thing still. He's stealing Christmas. He's stealing people's Christmas. He still hates Christmas. Just that now he's killing people too. But just saying, Jim Carrey's Grinch almost killed people too. I mean, he was going to let Cindy Lou Who die at the post office for something that he caused until Max bit his bottom, kind of motivating him to save Cindy. So turning him into a killer and a monster isn't as much of a stretch as you think it is. I really love this unique take that they are doing with the Grinch. It's something different. Or the mean one. I'm just going to say the Grinch. You know what I'm talking about. We don't need to do you know who. But yeah, I think it's really excited and I'm really excited to see this new version. And the design of the Grinch is really good. Not much has really changed. I mean, it looks just like the Grinch from these other versions, these other, kids' versions. I think the eyes may have been a little redder, and, he seems to roar a little bit like a monster. But it's not much of a stretch, like what they're doing. So I'm excited. And the trailer, I like the trailer. It opens up, obviously, with the classic narrator talking about the Grinch, and, and basically Cindy walks down, or little kid Cindy walks down, like always. We see Grinch, or Santa, I should say, taking a tree, and Cindy's like, "Why, Santa, why?" And instead of sending her back to bed with water, he kills her mom. So right there opens up the tone completely, and it was such a great opening to say, this is not the classic film, book, whatever, that, this is something completely different. And I love how the trailer just talks in all these doctors, kind of Dr. Seuss like, but not saying anything exactly, obviously, to avoid copyright. But I love how they talk about, they even say that us in Newville like Christmas a lot, but the thing up north does not. And again, obviously, the mean one. And it looks, just from the trailer, you can tell exactly what it is. It's just going to be a fun horror slasher film. And I love seeing in this film, you see adult Cindy and her dad return to Newville, not in a speck of dust or a snowflake, it seems like, whatever version they put Whoville in. But it seems like it just exists on Earth as we know it. Unless Earth exists in a speck of dust. But that's a whole nother debate. But yeah, and as you can see that Cindy has post-traumatic stress. But one thing they did in the trailer that I didn't like is they showed her dad die. And unless this happens early in the movie, in my opinion, it gives a lot away to show the Grinch, or the mean one, the Grinch, again, I'm saying the Grinch, killing her dad. Unless it happens early on, though, feels like it kind of gave a lot away. But it seems like she hooks up with this old man, or kind of works with this old man who talks like the narrator a little bit to take down the Grinch, or the mean one, or the Christmas killer. That's also they call him, the Christmas killer. And I just love seeing all these candy canes, Christmas lights being used as weapons. I love that. I really think it's going to be a fun horror slasher film that I'm just going to have a good time sitting down with. I'm excited for it. I really am. Again, I love seeing these different versions of stories that we know. And it really kind of makes sense if you think about it. We grew up with these stories as kids. Like, the Grinch came out, I was a kid. I'm older now, so I'm an adult, so obviously I'm ready for a different version of the character. I mean, it really is perfect if you think about it, because our generation, the generation I'm in, I should say, millennials, grew up with the Jim Carrey version of the Grinch, a more classic kids version. We're all adults now, so it makes sense to give us this new adult version of the Grinch. So I think it's going to be a really fun film, and I'm excited for it. What about you? Are you excited for it? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. And lastly, have a fantastic day. And watch out for the mean one.